The One Micronesia Podcast is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Hafa guys, and welcome. One Micronesia Podcast, another week, another episode, and I know, you're looking at it like, this looks kind of different. What's happening here? Well, we're kind of getting out of this whole COVID era, quarantining and Zooming, so I was like, you know what, let me film one on location, and just in time, there's an event coming up. It's a huge event, which is about photo shoots and also about empowering women to step out of their shell and just be them and love the fact that they are beautiful. So we'll talk about that shoot coming up in just a little bit. But I'm joined here by the amazing Taka James, who's been on the podcast before. She came on with her one of her friends and also her for another photographer, Tay, a while back, I believe, like a year ago or something. But yeah, Taka, again, thank you so much for agreeing to do this.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, it's been a while. So to start off things here, let's catch up. Let's play a little catch up here. Last time we talked, you did a couple shoots and you did one huge shoot at the Laddie Stone Park with a lot of Micronesians coming together in their local attire, which is amazing, which is beautiful.
Thank you.
So that was the conversation then. So let's play catch up since then until today. Just let us know what you've been doing, what you've been up to.
Well, I'm glad that we did that because then it was a way for us to, reach out to our community and the different ethnicities coming together as one. And also it was a way for each of us to get to know each other, especially the photographers as well, to reach out to other photographers. Me, because I'm still new, this is actually like my complete first year of photography. So it was a way for me to learn from others that are, more expert in this field and everything. So since then, I've been doing a lot of more shoots with families. I've been doing couples, different types of portrait photographies. So it's really fun. It's a great journey, and I found that it has helped me open up more, and I've seen more doors open up for me as well. So it's really exciting.
That's amazing. I mean, and I think it was just today I was on TikTok, and you posted a video of how it all started for you, and it was always you started with an iPhone. And And the picture, you went from an iPhone to now using some of the high end equipment. And we talk about Sony A7 II. If photographers out there, they already know how amazing that camera can be. So let's talk about that. How has that been?
Well, yes, I did start off with the iPhone first. What do you call it? I went around the island with my little sisters, so they've always inspired me to, continue to do photography. And I've always liked being in front of the camera. But then after going around the island with them a lot of times, it kind of made me open up to having other ideas like, hey, what if I did it with other people instead, me capturing their beauties. So that's how we ended up doing like the whole group photo shoot with my little sisters and nieces. And that did really well. So I guess that's what led me to reaching out to the other communities. And now I'm shooting now with the Sony A7 II. So picking up a camera, the first one that I got was the 600, the Sony 600. So I know like sometimes it's hard for us to make a decision on what you should really do and all that stuff. But I'm glad that I made that decision because it's what brought me here today. And it continues to help me look forward to things instead of trying to be scared, And so I'm glad that there's still a lot of things that I need to learn, like lightings, even just with that camera too. I still need to learn how to get used to that. There's a lot of other things that I still don't know yet, which I would like to inspire other people with that because, if you want to get into photography and everything, I started off with an iPhone, so maybe you guys can start off with that too. And just because you don't know how to do a certain thing, don't let that stop you from doing or from pursuing your dreams and everything. Go for it, because throughout the journey, that's the fun part of it. You're going to learn. So, yeah.
That's amazing. So, before we take a break real quick, talk about some of the people we work with. And I know we're in the studio.
Oh, yeah.
And, you work with a lot of our photographers from the FSM. So let's talk about some of them, because, I mean, they've, like you said, they've helped you along the way of the journey. So.
Definitely. The first photographer that we ever worked together was Tay. So shout out to Tay. I love you and everything. It was really great working with you. We actually still do work together once in a while, but now they're actually moving, I believe. So it's sad for us, because we're used to teaming up sometimes. And then also through Tay, I've met her other half, Omar. He's really awesome as well. He's a great photographer as well. And then I've met Jay. Jay, I also get some secondhand gears from him. So that's another thing. Like, you don't have to start off with buying all these new gears and everything. You can start off with the used ones, or check out other photographers if they have any on hand, and And then there's a lot of other photographers that I've met online. I just reach out to them and, try to see. I compliment them about their works, because their works really inspire me to continue to do mine. And then last but not least, I want to, give a big shout out to Hafa Photography, because he's been helping me since we've met, which is at the Halloween photo shoot. So I called out a Halloween photo shoot for the whole Guam community. I invited them, and then I also invited other photographers, and Hafa was one of them, and he came along. Him and JC Photography, they came. But since then, me and Hafa have been working together. We go on shoots together, and he's actually also the one that's been helping me get the studio ready. So
that's awesome. I mean, and it's amazing how you started. You knew Tay, and then from Tay, to Omar, and then from then on, it's a big community here on Guam, and I think there's this whole need for photographers come together and like do shoots. Like, you've teamed up, you've collaborated with so many of the photographers from the FSM that live here on Guam. So that's amazing. And I also, before going into break, I also want to say congratulations, because when we were talking in our last podcast, our last episode, I asked you towards the end, like, what is something that you want for Taka Photography to do in the future? And one of the things I remember you say was, I always wanted to have a studio of my own. And lo and behold, we are in your studio.
Yeah.
This is yours. This is something that you worked hard for. So before we go into break, I just want to say congratulations.
Thank you
on this amazing accomplishment and what you will continue to do in the future. So congratulations, Taka.
Thank you.
Guys, we're going to take a break and we'll be back with more. You're watching the One Micronesia Podcast, being brought to you by Docomo Pacific. It's better together.
It only gets better with more. Customize and save with the fastest internet speeds in the Marianas by adding mobile, phone, and TV to your bundle with Business Bundles Plus. Docomo Pacific Business. Work better together.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
Half a day, One Micronesia Podcast. We are back. So we started out, we kind of caught up with Taka, found out what she's been doing since our last episode of the One Micronesia Podcast that she was in with Tay. That was amazing. So Now we're going to talk about an event. March, everybody knows March as International Women's Day. It's a month that is pretty much there to empower women to come out and just be themselves and be proud of who they are with their beauty and everything else. So let's talk about it. This event that's literally happening this weekend, and I know there's going to be more, but let's just talk about this event and how it all came to be.
Okay, so this event, it's going to be on March 19th at Ipao Beach. We'll be in the shelters D1 and D3, so come down if you have time. We're inviting all Island Queen beauties. You must come with your crown, your lace, so we can highlight that in the photo shoots. And we also highly encourage, cultural attire. So wherever you're from, you can come and represent your island. But if you don't have, then that's fine. Just the cultural or just the crown that we ask for that you come with. Other than that, it's gonna be a day full of excitement, activities, funs. We're gonna, get to bond, meet one another. I've also invited some other photographers, which it's going to be my first time meeting them as well. So like what I mentioned with the first, or that was actually the second Island Rep photo shoot that we did where we invited other people. So same thing with this. We want to invite other photographers so we can get to know them and, get to bond with them, and especially the models as well. So how it started, ever since when I started doing the shoots and everything, I've always wanted, again, to reach out to the community. And then, so the first Island Rep photo shoot that we actually had only one model that showed up.
Wow.
There were 6 models that were confirmed, but then only one model showed up, which is Leanne. Shout out to Leanne. Great job. She did really awesome. The second Island Rep photo shoot we did, that's when we had a bigger and better turnout with the amount of models that came through, and they represented, each of their islands and everything, and that did really awesome. So both me and Tay, we kept working together on those. We did plan that we wanted to do another shoot, trying to go bigger and better and everything. And especially now that they're leaving this year, they're leaving Guam. We were talking to each other like, hey, we should do another, another shoot with the islands. And, but we kind of got busy. And then you came along. So he came along and he was awesome because it's kind of like you were like another motivator, or like,
oh, stop.
Hey, get up, stop sitting on your butts and everything, get up and move. So thank you. I want to thank you for that, because then you came along and you wanted to do another shoot. You asked, hey, is there going to be another shoot? Can we do another shoot? So because you were talking about your drone shoot, which so, I'm excited for that.
I know. I'm like, okay, what am I supposed to do? But it's all about the planning. But I reached out because I had ideas in mind. I was like, oh, let me just. But in my thing was like to go like follow you guys around while you guys do your shoots, or I kind of do like BTS type of thing, but using video and drone video as well. So when I reached out and it was so amazing to see how fast you moved. Because right when we reached out, we were throwing ideas back and forth, and then all of a sudden the next day, like, hey, locations. I'm like, oh, this is really happening. Oh my god! And then we went we checked down, we crossed names of places, locations that we should be to shoot at, and then finally, Ipao was one of the main ones, and it's like you said, it's central. Everybody knows it.
Yep.
So like I said, and it's how fast that it happened, to the fact that you secure the pavilions left and right. The post a graphic was out that hey, we're gonna do this. So I think reaching out and to you and how this all came to be was amazing, and I'm happy. Like I said, I'm scared, but I'm excited about Saturday.
Yep, we're definitely excited. But yeah, thank you all so much. I mean, I cannot do all of this by myself. This is gonna be one of the biggest shoots that we're going to be doing this year. So again, everybody come out and have fun, enjoy yourselves. Everyone's invited. And even the photographers, if you guys want to come down, please come down and shoot with us. And we're just going to continue to
That's awesome.
empower. Yeah.
So let's talk about it. Did people reached out to you, and so let's talk about is there a number of people that you have expected to be there that day?
By the looks of it, I'm thinking like maybe 50 to 75. If it's more, that's awesome. If it's less, that's still awesome. So
you're gonna need a bigger SD card.
well, okay. So the theme of this shoot is called "Wear Your Crown" photo shoot. So again, we're highlighting the island crowns, which is the leis. Because we believe that, what's not a better month to do it than the March month of empowerment, women empowerment. And sometimes a lot of women, especially us Micronesians, we feel like we can't do certain things or we're not beautiful enough.
Only men can do that.
Yeah, only men can do that. But no, we can, there's a lot of things that we can do. There's a lot of skilled Micronesians or, other ethnicities. There's a lot of skilled people, but they just kind of need that push. And, that's why we're going to be there on Saturday. We want to bond with each other, push each other to keep going for what you want to go for.
Amen. I mean, you're right. I mean, March is the perfect month to do something like this. So I'm excited about the event. Guys out there listening or watching, if you want to come by, if you don't want to, model, or if you want to, you don't want to be a talent, but come down and, chill and, say hi and see what it's all about. And I know you guys always see the end product, but if you want to see, the struggle, because like I said, even Taka knows the struggle. Like people think, it's just, they just do one snap and that's it.
No.
She can go through her, she can take a million pictures at one time, having the difficulty of trying to get the right shot.
Or like
you're
planning.
getting wet most of the time. If you're doing a water shoot, or like rock shoots, or you're getting cuts on your but it's stuff like that it's the behind the scenes that not a lot of people know, that know how it happens. So I think if you guys want to come down and see behind the scenes, that'll be awesome. So yeah, Taka, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about the future of what people can expect from Taka Photography or more collaborations down the line. So guys, we're gonna take a break, and we're back with more of the One Micronesia Podcast, being brought to you by Docomo Pacific. It's better together.
It only gets better with more. Customize and save with the fastest internet speeds in the Marianas by adding mobile, phone, and TV to your bundle with Business Bundles Plus. Docomo Pacific Business. Work better together.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
Hafide, Mogathin, and Rananim. We're back here. We're still talking with Taka James, the beautiful and talented mind behind Taka Photography. So Taka, we caught up first in the beginning. We talked about this big event that's coming up at Saturday, and then now we got to talk about the future. I remember when we left off in the other episode, you said one of the biggest things that you want to happen in the future is to have a studio. Well, guess what? Guys, we're in that studio. All right. That's amazing. So again, congratulations and job well done. Keep doing what you're doing. So now you have the studio. Now we're going to do this shoot on Saturday. What else is Taka planning for Taka Photography or just any other event?
Well, right now we're actually going through a photo shoot where we're kind of collecting like success stories. Sorry. So we're collecting success stories. Me and Hafa were teaming up half of photography. So we're teaming up. We want to reach out to like our Micronesian communities and try to get their stories through our photo arts. But we want to compile it all together and try to like create something. I don't know, maybe a book or maybe a magazine, something solid for people to get their hands on and read it. And it's a way for us to, I guess, share more stories of our people to the whole world, and not just the whole world, but most especially our own people, because sometimes we don't really know about each other and what each person can do or their talents and everything. But through this, we want to be able to share those, because we want to inspire. We want to inspire a lot of other people that, again, that are afraid to go for their dreams, especially because they limit themselves with the conditions or their environment that they're in, just because of their certain living situations. Then they think that they're not able to do it. But that's why we want to collect all of those stories and put it together in our photo arts and share it with them. And so that's one big project. It's gonna take. I'm not sure how long.
I know. They're gonna talk about other projects. I just want to go back to that project you talked about. I think that's amazing to have a magazine in itself with and feature amazing Micronesians who you say some don't want to come out because they're like, oh, we're too shy, we don't want, or to empower and to push other young Micronesians to be like, oh, But at the same time, to have all those stories and I know with your pictures, it's just gonna make it grand spanking amazing.
Thank you.
But I think a magazine itself, something to sit on the table, something to sit somewhere where somebody can go through and be like, oh, I've seen this person before, and especially if somebody on Guam, right, going through like, I did not know this is the story, So I think having something like that, I honestly think people listening right now are like, wow, that would be something nice to have, and I know people will reach out like, hey, can we get a copy of that? The people in the States, right, because we don't have that. We don't have a magazine that just says, that features Micronesian people. I think that's something that's crazy to really think about. The only thing that features Micronesian people is newspapers, and
right.
that too is another story. We talked about that in the other episode, and I think we want to move away from that. Like, we don't want to be in newspapers. We want to be in magazines, because that's something nice. That's something beautiful that you can find on the table in the living room. So I think that in itself, if you guys hit it at the right point, will be amazing. I know a lot of people will reach out to have a copy.
I guess also another thing is because sometimes we see a lot of negative news about our own people or things like that. And then it kind of like makes us forget that we do have the good, the people that do well. And, we want to be able to share that because there's always good in everyone. So,
let me say, there's always a bad, there's always good.
Yeah,
in each community,
exactly.
Right?
And, but it's not just because of that, but again, we want to help those that are like, let's say they're in trouble. We want to somehow to be able to inspire them to do better.
That's amazing.
And yes, we are talking about sharing stories, success stories through the magazine. But what would be also awesome is if we get to visit like the islands and take, just pictures of the whole place. And yeah, there's a lot of beautiful islands out there that hopefully everyone can know about.
That's awesome.
And see, yeah.
So you talk about, amazing success stories of amazing Micronesians, and then you talk about another project maybe going out to the islands, hopefully when the borders open, stuff like that. So I think that'll be amazing in itself. And I think, like I said, there's a lot of things to tap into when it comes to photography and what you guys can do. So like I said, I'm excited to see what's next. I mean, this Saturday, like I said, I'm scared. At the same time, I'm excited about this Saturday. But then after that, I'm excited to see what else you guys have definitely got in store. So, Taka, good luck. And like I said, I'll always be that one guy just waiting for a new post from Taka Photography and see how amazing
Thank you.
your content you put out each and every day. Guys, we want to take a break, but when we come back, we'll definitely close out with Taka here, find out where how you guys can reach out to them. If you're a person out there who is looking for a photographer, we'll tell you guys how you guys can get in contact with them coming up after this. You're watching the One Micronesia Podcast being brought to you by Docomo Pacific. It is better together.
It only gets better with more. Customize and save with the fastest internet speeds in the Marianas by adding mobile, phone, and TV to your bundle with Business Bundles Plus. Docomo Pacific Business. Work better together.
For the different beats of your life, we're here to keep you connected the way you want it. Plans made for you, by you. Build your own bundle with Link. Select the internet, entertainment, mobile, and home phone plans that fit your lifestyle. Pay for what you want, not for what you don't. Build your own bundle and save with Link.
Hafre, Mogustin, and Ranim. We're back here, One Micronesia Podcast, the last part. It's always sad, but you know what? The talk so far, if you've been following the conversation, it's been amazing. It's been inspiring. And it's been really just catching up and getting to know what is in the future for Taka Photography. So Taka, before we close out here, any last word, any message to people out there, your fans? Let's say you have a lot of followers. People follow you and they enjoy your TikToks. I mean, they enjoy your. I mean, hey, she's a good TikToker, guys.
I don't dance on TikTok.
She's like, I can do anything except dance. But let's talk about it. A message to whoever's watching or listening right now.
Well, I just want to say thank you to everyone, all the supporters, old and new supporters. Thank you guys so much. For those that I've also never met before, you guys are awesome. Thank you for all the loves that you guys have been showing me on Instagram, Facebook, and yes, TikTok as well. Please continue to give me your feedbacks on anything, because then those helps a lot as well. And shout outs to all the photographers that I've worked with, that I've learned from, and those that I'm just currently talking to on social media, but we'll be connecting pretty soon. I'm excited to meet you guys. Shout out to, all those that need inspiration. I'm here. We're all here for, each other and everything. And yeah, and also friends and families.
Awesome. They're all friends and family. They're always the backbone, and they're always there, the main support system. Mm-hmm. So that's awesome. So Taka, before I let you go, let the people know where they can follow you and what platforms you're on and stuff like that, and how they can get in contact with you.
Okay. Well, you can reach me through WhatsApp, which is 671-483-8467, and then you can also reach me at my email, which is takajamesphotography@gmail.com, and then Facebook is Taka James Photography, IG same thing, Taka James Photography. And last but not least, TikTok at Taka Adore You.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, Taka, thank you so much.
Thank
you. Like
you.
I said, it was an awesome talk, and I've always looked forward to catching up with you. And I think it so happens that we're doing this event together at the same time. And I wanted to do it, and I just thought, I was like, oh, this is perfect, because like I said, March is International Women's Month, so I think it was awesome. And honestly, thank you for inspiring other people. I think you've done a lot, and you probably don't know this, but you probably inspired so many young talent out there to come out and be in front of a camera. So I think that in itself is amazing. So Taka, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for your work. I love it.
All right, guys, that pretty much wraps up another episode of the One Micronesia Podcast. We'll catch you guys on the next one. My name is Victorious, and all I gotta say is peace.
Peace.
The One Micronesia Podcast is brought to you by Docomo Pacific. Better together.